Okay? All right, fine. So now we're in a position to just expand this thing. So 3 to the power of a third is fine, we've dealt with that. All we now need to do is expand that thing. And I think we know how to do that because this is just the same as this. Okay? So in other words, all I'm going to do is just consider the expansion of this bit, and then once I've got that expansion, then I can multiply everything by 3 to the power of 1/3. Is that okay? Yeah? All right, fine. So my question is, what is 1 plus 2x squared all raised to the power of 1/3? What's that equal to? This is just binomial series again. So what we're going to get. Good. 1 plus n times r. Okay, plus. Good, so a third multiplied by a third minus 1, which is negative 2/3, divided by, 2 factorial, or 2, that's fine, multiplied by
2x squared.
Excellent. So r, which in this case is 2x squared, raised to the power of 2. Okay, let's just do one more term. That's what we're going to get. Third, yeah. Good, so third times by third minus 1 times by third minus 2, which is? Yep. Divided by? 6. 3 factorial 6 times by?
2x squared.
Good, 2x squared all cubed. Yeah, so you happy? That's just my r and that is my n. Okay, and I've just simply stuck it into a formula. Now you notice that my first step is just simply sticking the numbers in the right place in the formula. Okay, I haven't really done any simplification here. You can if you want, as long as you don't make mistakes. Okay, I always just write it out in its raw form first of all, then I go and simplify afterwards. So okay, are you happy? We get 1 plus 2/3 x squared. What's a third multiplied by negative 2/3 divided by 2? Good. 2x squared all squared. Okay, good. So we get 4x to the power of 4. Okay, what about this term then? Positive or negative, first of all? Good, because you've got negative times a negative there. Okay, so yeah, what is 1/3 times by 2/3 times by 5/3 all divided by 6 times by 2x squared all raised to the power of 3? How can we simplify that? So what is 1/3 times by 2/3 times by 5/3 first of all? So you happy we get 27 on the denominator?
22 by 27.
Yeah, 10 by 27. Then divide that by 6.
96.
182.
Okay, and then times that by, well, 2 cubed is 8. So what do we get? Isn't it 80?
Yeah, 80.
So 80 divided by, what was it, 100 and...
182.
Yeah, I agree with that because you did 30 times by 6 and then minus... Yeah, 27. So you did 30 times by 6, which makes 180. And then you should take away 3 times 6, shouldn't you?
162.
Yeah, that's better. Yep, 162. Good. Times by x to the power of 6. And so on. And so on. Okay? So you're happy that this thing here, so the 1 plus 2x squared all raised to the power of a third, is just equal to that. Like, that's the first 4 terms. And obviously, if I included more terms, I'd be more accurate. Okay? But I think 4 terms is perfectly accurate for these kind of situations. By the way, if you get a question like this, so I haven't quite finished yet, by the way, if you get a question like this in the exam, it will always say how many terms to calculate. Okay, so it will say expand this thing using binomial expansion to say 4 terms or 5 terms or 6 terms. Okay, so it will say how many terms you should expand to. Because of course this is infinite. I'm not expecting you in an exam to do an infinite number of terms because there's not enough time. Right? Okay, fine. So I haven't quite finished yet because this is just this bit. Okay, so this thing here is just this bit. Okay, I now need to go back and multiply by 3 to the power of 1/3, or the cube root of 3. You happy with that? Okay, so if I go back and multiply every single term by the cube root of 3, then I will have this. So I'll just finish it off quickly. So the cube root of 3 plus 6x squared should be equal to this thing multiplied by 3 to the power of 1/3. You happy with that? Because that's equal to that. So therefore this multiplied by 3 to the power of 1/3 should be equal to this. Okay. So if I multiply every term by 3 to the power of 1/3, that's just the cube root of 3. I'll just simply write it as the cube root of 3. So 1 times the cube root of 3 is just the cube root of 3. 2/3 times the cube root of 3 is just the 2 cube root of 3 divided by 3, and then times that by x squared, plus 4 cube root of 3 divided by 9, x to the power of 4, plus 80 cube root of 3 divided by 162, x to the power of 6.